I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thank you for joining me for our continuing journey through the 2018 Grand Seiko Collection. Today, we discuss the Grand Seiko Heritage Collection 9S 20th Anniversary Automatic Reference SBGR311, a full-size 42mm 2018 limited series of 1,300 pieces in honor of the seminal 1998 9S caliber. Now, the watch is one of the larger non-diving Grand Seiko timepieces. Stainless steel and 42mm. We're going to get a sense of it on the wrist. It's big, but it's not a big bully. Reasonably slim at 13.5 millimeters. The key is the sloped and double-stepped case length that allows it to slide easily underneath the cuff. Proportionally, you can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, the watch isn't gargantuan across the wrist. The measurement is 47.8 millimeters lug-to-lug, and if you include the solid end links of the bracelet, we're still talking a manageable 50.7 millimeters across the wrist. The stance of the lugs is broader than most Grand Seiko timepieces, a very contemporary 21 millimeters, so it's stanced, broad, and planted. The case itself is beautifully rendered, as you can see, in a cambered form that wraps itself around the wrist for superb ergonomics, and the bracelet is designed and finished by the same folks who make the watch. A handsome staggered link design with large centers and staggered shoulders. The outer flanks are of high polish, the tops are of satin. You can see that there are plenty of gaps underneath the design to ventilate the wrist as well as avoid pinching skin or pulling hair. All of the removable links are fixed in place with screws for easy sizing, and you'll appreciate the presence of two half links for precise sizing. A clasp, secure, robust, twin trigger release, locked in place until you positively depress both triggers. Grand Seiko didn't opt out with a cheap clamshell lock or go with a risky friction fit. Here, it only pops open when you depress the triggers. And note the attention to detail on the clasp itself. You have a relieved and polished Grand Seiko logo with relieved and polished border amid a satin finished clasp top with a blasted interior to the logo, and that is just the clasp body. The case itself is an aggressive combination of hard masculine character lines and sinuous curves, executed predominantly in the optically smooth black polish or mirrored surfacing of Grand Seiko's legendary Zaratsu finish. This is executed by an artisan who uses hand pressure, hand-eye coordination, and experience to create this optically smooth milling by pressing the case directly to a spinning tin plate. Now, the interesting thing about the case is that although it is artisanally finished, it is absolutely precise down to the micrometer from side to side. How is this done with entirely manual finishing? I don't know, but that's part of the miracle of this watch. Now, moving inboard from the flanks of the case, you can see that there is a small amount of satin finish about the lug hoods to break up the metal and differentiate one component from another. But the real highlight of this timepiece is the extraordinary brown bronze Mosaic dial. It features a radial display of 80 lines that explode out from the center, and if we get a little bit closer and perhaps afford ourselves a bit more light, you can see that there are a number of logos embossed onto the dial. This combination of brown, bronze, black, gold, all at once, featuring the Grand Seiko logo, the G and the S, but also an S that is emblematic of Dainai Sakosha, the 1960s predecessor to the later Seiko instrument. Now, the timepiece being larger does have a broad and highly legible dial over which span the counterweighted golden lancet style seconds, beating away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and immaculately finished Dauphine style hands. You'll appreciate the finish of the dial furniture on a Grand Seiko as it is industry leading. Each of these components finished by hand against micrometric diamond milling tools and then placed by hands. The details will rival the finest in the Swiss industry, and not just at price point equivalents, even watches costing 2, 3, 4 times as much as this SBGR311. Inside the case, Grand Seiko manufacturer caliber 9S68 automatic 3-day power reserve that is 72 hours. It features both hacking seconds, so if you pull the crown to extremity, you can stop that balance and synchronize to a reference time, but it also features a quick set date, so you can quickly and easily cycle the date should the watch run down and encounter an irregular length month. Now, this is a manufacturer movement adjusted in 6 positions with 35 jewels, and 6 position adjustment surpasses the Swiss chronometer standard. Swiss chronometer is generally 5 positions. 6 positions goes above and beyond because it leaves deviation, no position or orientation with respect to gravity in which it can hide, and therefore the watch rated from the factory at a superior +5 -5 -3 seconds per 24 hours. Remember, Swiss chronometer +6 -4. The watch also features a screw-down crown and 100-meter water resistance, so it is a sporting all-around option. A refined, handsome, and full-size modern Grand Seiko featuring a hand-finished case and a hand-assembled and hand-regulated manufacture movement, the 9S68. You can see this limited series of 1,300 and the entire Grand Seiko collection on our website, govbergwatches.com.